Hey everybody, and welcome to another spontaneous toy review here at Toy Wizards. That's toy-wizards.com. And today we're going to do the brand new Build a Megazord. Now, we already did a review. Ricky reviewed this as a written review, and he didn't have the best things to say about it. I'm going to take a look at it right now and do a review in video, and let's take a look at it. You know, I think it deserves a second pair of eyes. And they are readily available at Target. I got mine off of Amazon. They're showing up in stores now. First off, they are not a Legacy Megazord. People want this to be as good as your Legacy Megazord. Nothing ever will be. Legacy Megazord and the Solar Chogokin Megazord, that's it. In fact, that's the bar. You can't make them any better than that. The Solar Chogokin is metal parts. It was designed by Tsuyoshi Nonaka, the creator of the Megazord. That's it. That's the top as you're going to get. Everything's going to be a disappointment from that point on. You have to be okay with that. And remember, these are easy, cheap toys for kids, and they are $15 each. So, you know, it's 45 bucks plus tax, 50 bucks. This is what you get for 50 bucks now. I'm sorry, that's the world. Let's open them up. New graphic logo packaging. It does show that you need all three sets to make the Megazord. And there is no chrome parts, there is no metal parts, except for maybe a couple screws. This is a toy for kids. Open them up. There's some instructions. I'm going to pull those out just in case. First off, sword pops out. It is not bad. It's a little soft. We'll never get those chrome-plated swords like we used to, but size and shape is okay. It's got a little bit of a point, but not too pointy, but not too dull. I like that. And it is soft. You know, it's the plastic in your hand is not even quite action figure quality. It is a little soft. He is a little small comparatively to other versions we've had over the years. It's not bad. It's $15. Did I get my $15 worth? You know, we'll see. We'll see how well it all goes together. There's a lot of holes here on his tail, you know, give up space. I would certainly spend more money for a better figure. Absolutely. If you gave me the opportunity to buy this as the kid's toy or a $100 one that's much nicer, I would spend the $100 and not buy this. As this is the only one we can currently buy on the market, I'm going to buy it. That simple. All right. Saber-tooth tiger and triceratops. Again, packaging is basically the same exact thing except for the insert. I do not believe these guys have any additional accessories. Get out the instructions. Yeah, these are as plain as you can get them Megazords. You know, that gray plastic and the silver is not bad. I would have liked a more metallic silver than this kind of really dull gray. Again, on the tail, there's huge gaps here where they're saving money by making these parts as hollow as possible so that they don't cost as much in production. I'm gonna line them up here. Triceratops has a tail gun. Tail laser is actually what I always liked it as. It's choo 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 choo. And that's it. Nothing else moves on him. You know, he's got a hole here for the leg and a tail, and his head moves up so that it can be a leg. Form of leg. I would love to see this work with other pieces, but I don't know if that's going to happen. One more to open up. Not even going to go into the packaging at this one. Same thing. That's easy to open. There are 2 guns that come with this one. That's a little bit different than the other Megazords. Let's get out this. Oh, there's a twist tie. Hate those twist ties. We got some twist ties. All right. First off, it looks good if you only fly it like this. If you look at it from the top, there's a lot of gap there because it just doesn't really transform. It is utterly meant to just form up and be a chest plate. So there's not a lot there for pink. Not a lot at all. Very basic, simple mechanics that we're seeing on these figures. We got the 2 cannons, and they are already pre-bent out of shape. Thank you. Mastodon. I have been hearing people saying that he breaks easily, so I'm going to be very careful that I don't break him. Out of the figures, right now, Mastodon, you know, in its animal form, I think probably looks one of the best. I think these 2 really look good. They look what we believe them to be. Pink is the weakest. I'm not really... This is just so basic, and I have yet to transform him to see how well he works. This one is better than these guys in a bit, but I just think this form really nails the aesthetic really well. So that's where we're at so far. Let's start transforming them and see if we can make a Megazord. So that easily comes off since that's a shield. I kind of knew that. I'm doing this as a blind transformation. I like to do that. I like to figure out exactly how these things are supposed to move and work. And can I break it right off the bat? You know, will I end up breaking it right off the bat? We're flipping those things around. And from what I can tell, these need to separate out. So one click is good. Can we get the other one to click out without breaking? It's really tight, but it does it. Yes. So, boom. There we go. There's the back of the Megazord. The feet there, the 2 guns will go into the back, kind of like smokestacks for your Megazord. And like I said, my guns are bent out of shape a little bit. So we'll just try to do our best to make it match up. Boom. There is not a lot of articulation on these arms. They swivel a little bit, and they do move up. So hey, that's not bad. That's not bad. No, not bad at all. All right, Mastodon is transformed. This guy's easy. Boop. I'm sorry, Billy, but that's just really, really simple. Saber-tooth tiger, since it has legs, does have a bit more of a transformation, and again, it's very 1, 2, 3. Let's move those tusks up. These are pieces that are always missing on your Megazords as it goes on. The only guy that really needs transformation is the T-Rex here, and I can kind of see where stuff moves, like you move his tail up. He's got these spots here that are going to be, obviously, I snapped off a foot there, but it's okay. We don't need that foot for this part of the transformation. His hands kind of curl in. We're getting there. He's almost there. I just got to figure out his head. How does his head go to transform? Does it flip around? I'm trying to figure it out. Pop up? I don't want to break it, but I'm not figuring it out. And I like to figure it out. I want to know how this works before I just give up on something. Is it popping? I can see his head wants to transform from the back, but the T-Rex head is not coming off easily. If it comes off, does it pop back? Like, is it supposed to just come up and behind him, which I think would work, but it's not. All right, I'm going to look in the book. I don't want to break it. Oh, well, that's neat. There are instructions here to build the other form there, so I will do that too. That sounds like fun. Actually, this might work better in that form, this battle form. So, head. Okay. The chest plate goes down, then that goes in, that goes up, and then his head spreads out. So that's not bad. The way I was trying to do it was wrong. I didn't know that flips up and down. So boom, he's now ready for transformation. Again, pink is really simple. You fold the crane neck in and fold those over. It's ready to go right on top. So let's do this Voltron style. Form, legs. I got it wrong? Right. It is that side. It's always blue, yellow. All right, not bad. Not great, not bad. Traditional peg holders there in the back. And then it looks like these will clip around on the front. Okay. Chest plate flies in. And we have two connectors for those chest plate pieces. Boom. We have ourselves a Megazord. Give it a sword. And a shield. Shield does have a small... Boop. There you go. There's the handle for the shield. Put that in there. And there's your Megazord. Again, no frills. There is no bending of the knees. So your arms can move around a little bit, and they move just from the elbows. So there's no shoulders, it's just elbow movement. He can do some posing, but not a lot of posing. And, you know, there you go. You've got your Megazord. It is the cheap kids one, but it's not hyper articulated. It has a very limited movement for its arms, and it has just walking motion for its legs, because there is no knee articulation. Well, you can kind of make them go upwards, and that's just because the T-Rex leg moves that way, but you cannot move it backwards, so it only goes up. You can only kick. It's not the greatest. It's $50 with tax. $45 plus tax. However, it's a new Megazord. It's the new Hasbro Megazord for this cheap line. Will they give us better versions over time? Yeah, they will. We have the Zeo articulated Megazord. Now that's one where he's all about articulation but does not transform. And if you remember some of your older Megazords, they weren't that articulated, but they transformed. I'm actually looking forward to the Zeo Megazord for the hyper articulation and the multiple posing and not having to transform, because I mean, realistically, the Zeo Megazord transforms into vehicles that aren't that posable anyways, where this one is a bit, the creatures themselves are posable, with the exception of the Triceratops, which is not at all. It's not bad. You know, it's $45. It gives you a new Megazord to put on your shelf. Is it the best Megazord? No. Is it the affordable, cheap Megazord that's on shelves now? Yes. And that's what you get. That's where we're at right now. Are we going to see the days of those Solo Chogokin $300 Megazords? No, not even in Japan anymore, because they can't import them outside of the Asian territories. It's not worth it for them to spend the engineering time to make certain stuff. So we're actually not going to see much more of this stuff from Japan for vintage stuff, because they can't export it. They can't export it. It's not worth their time. So we're going to just see what Hasbro makes for us. I'm sure we'll see an articulated Megazord later on. This is their Build a Megazord, and yeah, it's not bad for, you know, the $45, 50 with tax. So what I do like is you have the world's smallest figures, and they're still a bit big for this, but it's kind of neat to have them for that. Yeah. All right, everybody, thank you very much. Remember to follow and subscribe. We're on social media. We're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on Twitter. This is YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and we will catch you guys later.
And let the power protect you.